Right. The inspiration for Extortion was I wanted to write a great thriller. I'm a huge fan of old school thrillers such as Deliverance. That was one of my inspirations, and I thought that a story like this is very relatable, and there's suspense, there's action and adventure, but most importantly, it's full of heart. So that was my inspiration to build a story that we can root for the main character and care for him. Working with the cast, Eion Bailey, Barkat Abdi, Joy Lenz, and Danny Glover wasn't much of a challenge because they're great actors. Joy Lenz and Eion Bailey, they're practically playing themselves. Barkat Abdi, he's a unique actor. He's very natural, and you can't teach that. And he's very intense. So he brought it every single scene, and I just adjusted him. But it was mainly Barkat and his energy. Very excited to have Lionsgate release our film. I think that they're doing a phenomenal job. It will be available on Redbox, on demand, on iTunes, in all stores. And I'm very excited for the film to have come out on May 16th. Extortion is ultimately a thrill ride. It's full of action, adventure, crime, and all unified with one emotional arc that drives the story. So I'm very excited that to have this film made. It wasn't easy, just like a lot of independents, but we're here tonight. I'm very excited for the people to see it.
So the story behind how we made this film was the fact that, well, first of all, Phil wrote it, and it challenges a lot of really, really important topics like family and cultural differences and race and third world versus first world. Some people are just so sheltered we don't even know what it's like to go into a third world country and having people live on less than, I don't know, a couple of $1,000s a year. So this is really a story about how desperate people are and what they would do for their family and for money. It was really great working with Eion Bailey, Danny Glover, Bethany Joy Lenz, Tim Griffin. It was really cool that we actually all got to go to Puerto Rico. So, and a lot of them were filming at different times, so we actually got to spend a lot of one-on-one time with them. But really cool people, really great actors. Little interesting behind-the-scenes story for Bethany Joy, for instance. She's such a top-notch, badass chick. I don't know how to say that, but we shot a very large portion of our movie on water, and the waters were really, really rough. And it's this beautiful scene where she's cruising in the boat, and she was so seasick, so whenever the take would be over, she would literally be sick over the boat. And then as soon as we were ready to go, she was up and smiling and looking beautiful, and I was like, wow. I mean, I have like the utmost respect for her. You know, Extortion is coming out in more than 50 countries, and to me that is absolutely mind-blowing. After going out and making this movie, I mean, literally seeing it from the idea to conception to finishing it and now being released in 50 countries and being picked up by Lionsgate, released through Lionsgate, is the coolest thing ever. Alina Shraybman, producer of Extortion, coming out May 16th.
Definitely, I don't want to have to cancel my travel. I can't wait to see it. I know. I'm so excited. We're going to see them in the big theaters.
I know. What brought me to Extortion was my agent. And then Phil, I think it was just a random audition, and then Phil was excited about my work, and the offer came in probably about a month later. I think they went through different rotations with production. It was on, it was off, it was on, it was off, and then finally when they got the green light, they picked me up. Hi. I'm Bethany Joy Lenz, and I play Julie Riley in Extortion. And what it was like to work with the cast was wonderful. Eian's an incredible actor. I felt like I learned a lot from him. He's really connected as an actor. He's really grounded and takes his craft very seriously, and it felt like a very safe place to be able to explore as an actor. Working with the cast was wonderful. I had a great experience with Eion. He's a consummate actor, takes his craft very seriously, and it felt like a very safe place for me to be able to explore my character's emotions. I felt safe to be able to have a take where I was overacting, a take where I was underacting, a take where I was just exploring something new. He's fun to play with, so I had a great time with Eion. And Mauricio is so sweet and also just so professional and really focused and working hard and never complained. I mean, for I don't know, he was probably 10 or 11 when we filmed this. It's pretty incredible. So I had a really great experience with the cast. My experience with the crew was wonderful. They were they all worked really hard. They were so thrilled to have a film crew and bringing work into Puerto Rico. And Phil and Alina were incredibly professional. It was so exciting to watch Phil do his first thing he wrote and directed, and here it is, and he's got it out on its feet, and he's figuring it out, and it was really exciting to be a part of that process for a first-time director. And Helga Gruhl, our DP, is incredible with an amazing eye, and I cannot wait to see what he's come up with here. It's going to be a really special film, I'm sure. So Extortion's going global May 16th. That's so exciting. Right now I'm going to be doing a play with the Young Playwrights Festival. There's a young girl who's 19. It's written a really spectacular play. So I'm getting into that, and I'm writing a musical, and I'm keeping busy. I have a 6-year-old, so, you know, it takes up a lot of my time.
My name is Eion Bailey, and my character name is Kevin Riley, and this guy is a family man, doctor, who takes his wife and his small boy on vacation to the Bahamas. And as all vacations begin, they begin with great hope for what will be. And he takes them out into the ocean on a boat, and there are things that go wrong. Nautical mishap, let's say. And things just spiral from there, and they become very vulnerable, and they hope that someone will come along to help them, and instead someone comes along who sees it as an opportunity and separates him from his family. And then the rest of the story is how this man, against all odds and all obstacles, gets back here to his family. I read the script, and it was a page turner. It was just one. And I read it while I was filming something out in the desert, and I'd filmed for 14 hours, and I was back in a hotel room, and I got the offer, and they needed a note pretty soon, so I just started reading it at 3 in the morning or something, and I didn't stop. I didn't take a break, and I knew. That's when you know, when there's no distraction. So it was already clear and concise in the writing. Phil Volken, the director, is the writer. Yeah, writer-director. He did an amazing job.
So, what about this cast? Tell me about working with each of them.
Total pleasure. Bethany Joy Lenz plays my wife, and she was like my rock of the family. Terrific actress. She's here tonight, and she was a total pleasure to work with. And then speak of the actress. And then Danny Glover, who was, decades in this business. So much wisdom, so much ease about him. Total pleasure to hang out with. And then Barkod, who is just this guy. He's like I don't know how you do it. I mean, he was a taxi driver in Minnesota, and he decided, I think I'll audition for a movie, and he sends in a tape, and he gets a lead opposite Tom Hanks and Captain Phillips, and he's like, okay, I'll do that movie, and then he does it, and then he gets a nomination, and I think that was his first film. We should all be so lucky. We're talented.
So, where'd you shoot, and what was that like?
Puerto Rico. Amazing. I love Puerto Rico. I'd been before, so I already knew, that's my, I love that place. I love the Caribbean. But Puerto Ricans have so much, Latin, so much fire, so much passion. And I was already, I knew that because one of my best friends is Puerto Rican, and I love the man. And his family, and so whenever I go, I've been multiple times, I always enjoy that island. And so to shoot a film there, forget about it. This is a movie where when a man takes his family on vacation to the Bahamas, his wife and his child. And as all vacations begin, they begin with hope for what is to be. And he takes them out on the ocean, and they have a nautical mishap. And very quickly they become vulnerable because they are not of this place. They are not of this sea. And they hope that someone will come along and help them. But instead, someone sees it as an opportunity. It separates the man from his family. And the rest of the film, it's this man overcoming all obstacles to try and get back to his family. And ultimately, this movie, which is what I like about it, is that it's about family, but it's in the framework of a thriller with a lot of action. But ultimately, this is about what one will do for love.
So what do you hope audiences get out of this film, or what do you want audiences to see it?
Well, really, for that reason. I mean, I can frame it another way, I guess, but yeah.
They want to come have a fun ride.
Well, that's the thing. Okay, yeah. What I know audiences can get from this movie is you get what you want in entertainment. You get a ride. You get like a man thrown into total disarray and distress, and you have to watch a character overcome, get punched down, get back up, get hit down again, come back up. It looks like something could work out, get knocked down again, get back up, and all for the love of what we mean to each other as human beings and with our families. The director, Phil Volken, is an energetic volcano of a human being. He is non-stop vibrating like this. His body is like quivering with energy that is non-stop. It just expands out of him. And so he's the kind of director who's like, let's get that, come on, over there, grab that thing, and let's go over here. I'll take the camera, sure. Jump up there, you want me to do it? What, we're out of craft service? Don't worry, I'll go run and get coconut water. Absolutely.
Is he here?
Ian won't come out of his trailer, I'll go get him.
Did you get to do any stunts?
Oh yeah. I kind of love doing my own stunts. I think I did all of them. I think. And I get a real kick out of it, actually.
What did your wife think about that?
She kind of like does not ever say anything. Like I think she's good with it, because she knows, like, I don't know, I've always been athletic and I can run and jump over things. And my name's Eion Bailey. The movie Extortion is coming out worldwide May 16th on VOD. It also stars Danny Glover, Barkat Abdi, and Bethany Joy Lenz. I hope you get a chance to see it.
Character I love. He's not a good guy. He's not a bad guy. Hi, I'm Tim Griffin. I am playing I'm playing the person being shouted at. I'm playing basically the American ambassador who's there to help the American consulate, to help Elon's character when he comes. He's looking for his wife, and she's gone. She's been taken hostage, but as I'm trying to help him and trying to say, let's trust the local authorities, he keeps taking matters into his own hands, which leads me to suspect that he might have something to do with the disappearance of his wife. So it actually is, he's one of those guys who, you don't know if he's a good guy, you don't know if he's a bad guy, everybody's sort of, it's a classic thriller, so very excited.
How did you enjoy working with your fellow cast members?
I loved it. I've been saying that working with Danny Glover, I've worked with almost everybody in this town, and he was on my bucket list, and so it was a real pleasure. He was one of the reasons I said yes to the job, because I knew that I'd have scenes with Danny, and he couldn't have been more gracious and more of an icon. So really, really enjoyed it. The second time I've actually filmed in Puerto Rico. We were in San Juan. Did another movie with George Clooney there called Men Who Stare Goats. Not a bad day's work. And Ewan McGregor, and we had a great time. But being able to go back there, and I was actually able to spend a little more time in Puerto Rico, and I just fell in love with it. So then took up tap dancing. No, what's the
The next question is, what was it like working with Phil on this first feature?
Oh, like I was saying, I was like, are you sure this is your first feature? Because he couldn't have been more professional, and he had such a great energy, and he was always so positive, and he loved when you were able to bring something. He would give you the freedom to sort of play a scene, and he wouldn't say, this is where I want you, no, do it like this. He was open to letting us play, and that's what you want from any director. So I mean, and his enthusiasm, his professionalism, he was just incredible, and we had a good time. What's that?
How excited are you for audiences globally to see the movie?
Oh, I'm so excited because I remember thinking like, it was really, I've done a lot of big movies, things like American Sniper or whatever. We actually had the United States Coast Guard helping us with this shoot, and you rarely see that sort of scope, so I knew that this was going to be a real cinematic event, and I just knew that the shots were really, I mean, breathtaking. So, and it really needed to be seen on the big screen. So I was excited to be a part of it, and I'm excited to see it myself. So I think everybody's going to really enjoy it. I have a series. I just wrapped up Wayward Pines, and I think we might be doing another Central Intelligence, but that's unofficial. And I have a new series that I'm going to be doing a recurring arc on called Valor. It's for the CW. So, thank you. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
Happy to have you here tonight. I know this is not the Oscars, but we still want to thank a few people. So first word to Alina Shraybman, producer of Extortion.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for coming out and supporting. I'd like to start off by thanking Lionsgate, Grindstone Entertainment, our Tenacity Sanderson Films, our executive producer Warren Ostergaard with Producer Capital Fund.
Let's thank our sponsor, Benetron and Rob Rivera, for sponsoring this screening. You can't forget that. All right. Next up, I'd like to thank a special thank you to the man who believed in this movie since day one, relentlessly supporting this film, and he's responsible that we're here tonight, Igor Chernagolov. He's our executive producer. Extortion is coming out in 50 countries on May 16th, in 5 days from now. So, if you have a moment, if you like the movie, rate us on social media, so we get a little bump. Amazon, iTunes, Redbox, On Demand, and in all stores. Okay, so quickly, I would like to thank our amazing cast, spearheaded by Eion Bailey, riveting performance. Okay. Joy Lenz, Griffin, and Barkat Abdi, Arisa Alimani, and Danny Glover, who've been here tonight. Finally, I would like to thank our line producer, Leah Alderondo. I'm not sure if she's here. Our casting director, Paul Weber. Our composer, Gavin Hilton, and our cinematographer, Helga Burrell. I think we covered it, so have a good show. Thank you again.